Star Trek Prodigy, episode 10. This is the finale to season 1. And of course, we leave off spoilers for this episode where we left last week, where, our crew, Gwen, is on the ship with the Diviner, starting to get some answers about what the shit is going on. And our crew is getting their ship together, saving these miners, which they end up doing, fly off, and then they go to save Gwen. Gwen, being the intelligent character that she is, she, stops the Diviner in time and finally forces him to actually shut the hell up and give some damn answers. So he gets so he's sitting there, like barely even living there. He's like, fine, I'll just give you some answers. So what he tells the story about his people and how he was sent back in time to save his people because, well, Starfleet murdered his people. That's what he claims, anyways. That Starfleet murdered his people. And you're like, yeah, sure. Because you're like, Starfleet stands for hope and peace. Like, they would never do that, but alright. So, the crew manages to save Gwen, and not before Zero, comes out of her little shell and is like, Diviner, you made me to hurt people. I don't really understand the context of that line. I guess maybe I'd have to rewatch some of the earlier episodes of the season, but I don't think that was ever set up, so that was weird. But it was like, alright, I want to know what that's all about. Anyways, she's, Gwen, but through this incident, Gwen loses her memories of the incident, but everyone ends up safe and they're back on the ship. But we do learn that this ship has a weapon on board that once they get to Starfleet, they will end up destroying Starfleet. Because that was the point of this ship, is that it was supposed to go back in time and murder Starfleet. Because it murdered his people. And as Gwen says, you can't replace one tragedy with another tragedy. So obviously, screws the Diviner. Diviner ends up imprisoned. And the next episode, the next season obviously has a cliffhanger, and the cliffhanger is that Janeway realizes, the real Janeway, not the hologram Janeway, realizes, holy shit, our ship is back online, and that means we can go and get our ship and get some answers to why this ship was stolen, what the deal is with this ship. Because it was stolen from them, and that's what happens. They get their shit back. So there we go. That's where this next season's headed. Which, holy cow, great cliffhanger for season 2. Very good episode. Just solid all around. And it was really neat to see them save all these minors and characters, and see them actually be able to translate and speak to each other normally. Which is something they weren't able to do before. So they may be helpful adversaries, later in the show. Kind of like we do with Mandalorian, where we have characters that we've helped throughout the show. They come back, and they do help other characters out. Stuff like that. Just fun stuff like that. And I think that's going to be super, super entertaining to see. Really good episode. Highly, highly enjoyed the show. However, I do think Paramount is doing a bad job at advertising the show. First of all, I don't see a lot of ads for it. Second, this show obviously targeted at children, and there should be a line of figures for kids, but there isn't. And so, kind of awkward, but still, really good show, and I hope we can get a season 2. I think the ratings are high enough that we probably will, but who knows. And I think season 2 is probably already in production, if you ask me. Because it's like, alright. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.